back to Really. I'm super excited because it's a new year, guys. 2022. Can you imagine? But Happy New Year to everybody. I haven't seen you guys since last year, so I'm excited. I hope you guys stayed safe because you know what? We're still living the madness. What are you gonna do? It's COVID. You know, we're still here, but we gotta stay safe. But guys, this video is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be a transformation. I'm excited. I have a client here today. Her name is CAMELIA and we're gonna do a transformation on her hair. She's going from black to brown or light blonde, if you want to call it. I mean, this is the first time she's ever gonna do something like this, so she's very scared, but I am hyping her up. And you guys put a thumbs up for her, give her some clap, give her some hugs, give her some hearts, so show her some love. But she's gonna look amazing when we're done. But this year I want to start on a really good note, guys, and I also want us to focus on these 5 focused topics that we have that's gonna get us through 2022. And the first one today we're gonna focus is spiritual. Okay, we're gonna have 5 of them, but today we're gonna focus on spiritual. I'm excited. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, guys. Hello. Say hi to CAMELIA.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
I am fantastic.
How you feeling? How you feeling?
Nervous. I'm bleaching my hair for the first time. Well, I did it back in university.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Long time. So I'm bleaching it for the first time in my adult life, so I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, but you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good.
Yeah.
So we're only bleaching the tips of the top of her hair because Cam's she loves cutting her hair. And she started growing her hair, and the thing was doing so well, growing and everything. And this girl wake up and decide, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm gonna go back short again.
Absolutely.
And then decide, you know what? It's 2022. Why not? Let's do something totally different, and let's just go color. So I'm like, oh yeah, of course, no worries. I'm down for that. But so today we're gonna see this transformation. In the meantime, between time, while we're doing this transfer, so what I'm doing right now, I'm just taking her cute little twisties out over here before we start adding this color. But in the meantime, guys, as I said before, we're gonna be talking about maybe 5 different topics or 5 different things that we should be focusing so that could get us through 2022. And one of them, it's a spiritual. And I think, Cam is pretty good at these things. So, I try myself too, guys. But I think it's good so we could talk about it and discuss it. We all ready? Look at that, Cam. That looks good. So first I want to add the bleach. So I'm going to be adding the bleach in your hair, and then afterwards, because Cam hair is so dark, so we'll have to bleach it in order for us to get the color that she's going for, which is a little brown, a little blonde, a little mixies. She's not excited. She's scared, guys, but you know what? She's gonna be fine, right? She's going to be fine.
I'm not so nervous. Well, I'm nervous, but not so nervous because, as I said to you a while ago, if I don't like it, if it's too bright, I just dye it back.
Just dye it black. Yeah, it's true. You could do that. But then we're gonna just focus on the tips, correct?
Yes.
So we're just gonna focus on that. In the meantime, let's ask you some questions. So since it's spiritual, you have my phone, so I got some questions here, guys, because I
haven't looked at them.
Yeah, she hasn't looked at them. She doesn't want to. I was going to tell her, but she's like, no, just tell me live. I'm like, okay, girl. She's clearly on me because if it's me, I'm like, I need to know, please and thank you. But anyway, one of my questions is, do you have great big ideas, of what you want your faith to look like?
Absolutely.
So tell us.
So I want my faith to look like, because I worry a lot sometimes. And sometimes they say if you worry too much, it's because you don't trust God enough.
Yeah.
So I want to get to the point where whatever is happening in my life, I'm like, you know what, God's got this.
Right.
So I want to trust Him so much.
Right.
That even if it seems like it's not working out for me in the moment, I know there's a bigger plan and it will work out if it's His will. I spend a lot of time worrying sometimes.
Really?
But yes.
Oh God, you're one of those here?
Yes. Like I'm an overthinker.
Yeah.
And I feel like, because for example, I trust Eugenia because Eugenia is my friend. Why I trust Eugenia? Because I know Eugenia. I've spent time getting to know
her, yeah.
So I feel like it's the same thing with God.
Right.
I need to spend time getting to know this person. And so because I know this person, I know this person loves me, I know the intentions that God has for me are always good. So my big dream is to get to that place where I'm like, you know what? God's got this, and I don't have to worry.
You know, like you know what, Cam, like you're so right. Like I worry too. Like I don't know why I'm saying, oh, you do. Like I worry over everything. I'm a warrior, okay? I worry any little thing. I'm already scared and I'm already panicking. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know how that's gonna work. I mean, guys, you know it. We all goes there. We all feel the same way, and we all have that same experiences sometimes, right? And it happens, and you're right. Like if you get closer to God and you know God and you spend the time to get to know Him, like you'll be fine, because you know you'll get to that point where things happen in our life and we're like, you know what? Like because I trust God, because He's done that for me in the past. Like why am I worried? But I think at the end of the day, we're all humans.
Exactly.
It's human nature to worry and stress out for nothing. And then God is sitting there watching us like, what is wrong with this child?
I know, like look at my child.
Right, like why are you worrying? Like it's so funny. And sometimes I believe, like I give myself jokes sometimes. I don't know how I don't know if like you guys do this. I don't know if you do this too. But sometimes I give myself jokes. Like I'll sit down there and I'm worried about something and I'm like, God must be watching and be like, what is wrong with this child?
Like, all the time. I'm like, look at it, look at the picnic. Look at the picnic.
You know, like for those that have kids, nieces or nephews, and then they want something so badly, right? And you have to look at it like in those kind of ways. They want something so badly, and then you're like, deep down you're gonna do it for them, or you got it. Like it's something, for instance, it's something that they really, really want, and then you got it for them, but they sit down there worried because they want it so badly and they're not sure if they're gonna get it. And then you sitting there watching them because you already know you got the stuff, right?
Exactly.
And then because you already know that, you're sitting there watching them because you want it to be a surprise, so you're not telling them, and you're sitting there like watching them and just laughing deep down because you're like, they're gonna be so excited and happy when they finally see that you got them and you got it for them. And I believe that's the way God is with us, because we're all His kids, right?
Absolutely.
So when He got something and He already figured it out like long time, and you sit down there stressing yourself for nothing, because it's human nature to stress. So you sit down there stressing yourself for nothing and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know how that's gonna work. And then God is like, yeah, I got this, don't worry. Like when everything is worked out, you're gonna sit down there and just like, wow, like why are you stressing?
You know, Eldon, who is Eugenia's husband, we're having a discussion one time, some long time ago, I don't think he remembers.
Right.
And he was saying that when he prays and he's done, he's like, thank you, because he knows it's already done. And that thing has stuck with me, because I'm like, if God says, like, as parents, we're going to give good gifts to our children.
Yeah.
Imagine Him as God, the Creator. He is going to give good gifts to us, and His plan ultimately is for salvation, but also for us to prosper.
Right.
And so when we ask for things, Eldon is like, it's done.
Right.
And God just needed me to come to confirm that I am ready for it.
Right.
So when I'm leaving, I'm like, thank you, God. And that's where I'm trying to get to.
Right. You know what? He says that to me all the time because I worry all the time. I mean, we all know that. So we've come to that conclusion, you guys. So like he always like, why are you stressing yourself? Like you pray for it and it's gonna happen. Like I believe that's the God I serve. And I'm like, wow, babe, okay, fine, whatever you say. You know what I mean? But he says that, but it's so true. So yes, guys, in 2022, let's trust God and know that He got us and He's gonna fulfill anything. And sometimes, not every time you get something for God and then you pray for something, He's gonna give it to you, because maybe He has a bigger plan for you. So yes, it's human nature to be disappointed, but guess what? He got you because He got something bigger, right?
Can I tell you a story as you talk about that? Somebody sent me a picture the other day, my best friend.
Right.
And she sent me a picture of this guy that I was in love with. Eugenia, oh my God, for about a whole year. I love this guy. I love it. Look here. I would move heaven and earth for this guy. We're not in a relationship or anything.
Really?
I like the guy. He was a friend of mine. But it just would not have worked out.
Right.
Right? And then she sent me a picture of the guy the other day. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Just in the moment when it was happening, I was like, God, like, what have I done to you? You see how much I love this man? Why can't I get with this? And now I saw the picture.
Yeah,
and
you're
I'm
like, yeah.
Jesus, you saved me. I'm like, you saved me, because there's no way I would want that at this stage.
Exactly.
Right? So sometimes God sees like the end, like we think we want this thing,
Yes.
but He's like, no, this is what you need.
Exactly.
I have bigger plans for you. So I'm going to deny you that now.
Right.
But later on, you're going
You're
to be
thank
so
me.
grateful. Yes.
It's so true. So yeah, let's just know that God got us. Okay, guys? So I've done with Cams here. We put the bleach on. I got her on timer, but we're gonna continue that conversation. Okay,
Yes,
while she's been in process. So my next question to you, Cam, is: do you ever feel like you're not good enough for God?
Girl.
Yeah, like do you ever feel that? Because I feel like that all the time. Like sometimes I'll forget, life get busy, okay? And we get so busy and we're running around and life is going great for us and then we forget about God, okay? Like we all been there. Like even the big time Christian people there.
Yes.
They sit down there and they're looking down on people. No, and we all have these moments because it's human nature. So do you ever feel like that?
All the time. Like all the time. Like I'm like, cause I sin enough, you know. Sometimes it's true. Sometimes we don't, cause like I don't, you know, kill people. I don't know.
Yeah.
There are other smaller sins that like gossip or
Right.
not that I'm a big gossip or anything.
Yeah, but
these
we all
small-
do it.
Right.
Like even people try to lie and say
Right.
they do it.
But even the small things, like just small sins.
Right.
And then like God is just still so gracious to me.
Right.
Like I have this thing where I say sometimes God treats me like an only child.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't deserve it.
Yeah.
I don't deserve it. Like what have I done
Right. To
for me
deserve this.
And I'm like, no, I don't. And then like if I have a busy day, because I try to have devotion every morning.
Right.
But if my day is busy or I get up late, what I'm going to cut from my schedule
Right.
is time with God.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I'm here treating this man like a sidekick or something. But
Right.
as soon as I run to him for something, he's there. He's waking me up. He's keeping me sane,
Right.
and all these different things. And I'm like, I don't know if I deserve all of
Right.
this.
And I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like we all go through those moments, but guess what? Like, he's always there with open arms and be like, no matter what, like, you're my child. Like, if you have kids, or even like you don't have kids, you have an adopted child, or it's your nephew, your niece, and you raise those kids like they're your own. You feel like no matter, like as much as you mad at those kids, and I'm like, I'm ready to kill you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll be like that, but then 2 seconds later, you're like, you're just lucky I love you, and you're lucky you're cute.
I know.
Because if you wasn't cute. So I feel like it's like sometimes I look at it like that, and sometimes I'm like, you know what? It's one of those moments, and I'm like, you know what? God, he's a forgiving God, and He's always there, so He's always welcoming us. That doesn't mean we have to continue doing it, but you know, He knows it's human nature. We're gonna mess up sometimes.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? So my next question is, what are you reading, and how is it challenging you to grow spiritually?
Okay, so I like for devotion. I do
Yeah.
the Bible app.
Okay, I do that too.
I do that, and then I'm Seventh-day Adventist. We're Seventh-day Adventist.
Yes.
And there, you know the quarterly, right?
Right.
I don't read the quarterly.
I don't.
at
Oh,
all.
you don't do it?
No, on purpose. Like I do.
Oh, you don't do it on purpose.
No.
Like I don't know. I just cannot. Like I'm sorry if Pastor, you watching this. We still love you, but you know, like I don't know. I feel like I cannot get through it, and I don't understand half of the stuff. So I just don't do it. Like I never ever did it from the time I got baptized. Like I just never did it because I grew up Catholic, and then I came to Canada, and I did the transformation, and I went to Adventist, which I love so much better. But then. I just never got into it because it was just never my thing, and I'm like, maybe because I wasn't grew up Adventist, I couldn't get it. But I'm glad that you said that because you grew up Adventist.
I did.
Yeah.
But what I found after a while is like they kept recycling the quarterlies.
Right.
So every 3, 4 or something years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, some of it, because I want to understand God for myself. And I
Right.
feel like the same kind of revelation that He'll give to somebody else, He'll give to me. And I find that the interpretation sometimes and they are subjective to whomever is writing it.
Right.
And so I wanted to understand things for myself.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? If I read the Bible, anything that's in there that I'm supposed to know, I will know. And I found, because I go to Bible study with Martin and stuff on Saturday
Right.
evenings, and I'm able to contribute significantly to the conversations, having
Right.
not read the quarterly. So
Okay.
I just read my Bible and
Good for you.
spend some time and say, God, what is it that you're trying to say to me?
Yes.
That's what I do.
That's it.
Yeah.
So do you like, you know how they have this devotional journal thing that they give you? Do you use any of those?
I don't have one currently.
Yeah.
So what I do, I have a journal.
Right.
Oh, and I just started doing this audio journal thingy. So instead of writing, you talk to it and it
Really?
transcribes.
What is that?
It's just
We
called,
need to share.
I know, it's just called journal. I found it like just this week.
So you just download it from your app store?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So
Journal, okay.
Yeah, so
we'll check that out.
Absolutely. So I just read and then I write my thoughts down.
Oh, that's okay. That's really good. So this journal thing, so you just read your whatever you're reading for your Bible app, and then you just record yourself in the journal app.
So the journal app is just pretty much anything you want to tell it.
Oh, you just
write in the journal.
Okay.
So so a lot of that. So some parts of that includes like my devotionals or stuff. I'm like,
okay,
so
and personal stuff. So that's good too for people like journaling. Like, I mean, if people are dealing with like mental health, that's one of the topics we're gonna be covering, guys. I'm excited about that. That app might be good for you. Try it out because they're saying that journaling is really good. So you could try that app. Outside of like only like spiritual, you could do it like for your personal growth, you know, stuff like that. So that's great. Okay, Cam. Okay. So my next question to you is, do you think everybody have a spiritual gift?
Absolutely.
Because you know, like you always talk to people and they're like, I'm like, I believe that we all has a spiritual gift, and some people don't believe in it. I mean, we're not trying to like make you believe in you have a spiritual gift, but do you think everybody has one?
I think so, because I feel like everybody is put on this, like none of us is here by accident.
Right.
I don't care how you got here.
Right.
Nobody's put here by accident. And
Yeah.
so I feel like everybody has a purpose.
Right.
And in order to fulfill those purposes, then you need a particular gift or a particular set of gifts
Right.
to fulfill those. And so I feel like sometimes because, you're not preaching or you're not doing all these big things, some of the small things that you're really good at, like one of my friends, she's like, I don't have any gifts. And I'm like, yeah, you cook and bake so well. That's probably your spiritual gift.
Yeah.
Right? So sometimes it's just like you have a bright smile and you walk into a room and you light up the whole room. So sometimes I think we get the idea of gifts mixed up.
Right.
Think it has to be this big everlasting thing. No.
And it's not.
No.
It's the little things. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I feel like everybody has one.
I think so too. Like I was telling my husband, like, as I was telling you earlier, when I was like, I was telling you, do you want me to tell you what are the questions? You're like, no, because I'll stress out too much. So just say it's alive. And I'm like, I would never be able to do that. And my husband, I believe that he's like that too. Mm-hmm. Like you'll be here talking and then you just call him up just randomly just to come and talk. And he would just go up there and talk like it was planned.
Yeah, he's
this
really
like,
sharp.
oh my goodness. He could just suck your ears off. Babe, sorry, but I'm just saying. And I kind of do that. That's not my thing. I feel like my biggest strength is like working like behind the scenes and making sure that like things go out like very smoothly.
Eugenia is the boss at organizing any and everything. No detail is missed.
Oh, you're
That
kidding me.
is a gift.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I believe like this is my spiritual gift because like I like to do those things. But for me to go out there and put myself out there and speak in front of like a whole, like I can't do that. Like even when I was like trying to do this YouTube, I'm like, so it's a camera. Why am I stressing? It's a camera. Just talk to the camera.
There's nobody else there.
Exactly. But it took me so long to do this, and now I'm doing it. I'm loving it, and I'm so happy. And you guys are hanging out with us, and you guys are here. Like this is so awesome, guys. Like I really, really love it. So yeah. So Cam, what's your spiritual gift, and how are you using your spiritual gift to serve others?
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think one of my gifts is writing.
Yes.
For me, when I was growing up, I just thought everybody could write.
Oh really?
But, yeah.
Look at that. Look at this girl. Like.
And then I realized it's like this common theme, like people always like do this.
Yeah.
And so I write pretty good. Not to
Right.
be boasty or anything.
No,
but
she wrote. She is really good at writing. She's like, no, don't be like that. She's really good at writing, and she also wrote a book. Tell us.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she said, oh yeah. Oh my goodness. It's on Amazon, guys. Tell us.
The book is called Letters to the Men Who Loved and Lied to Me. So it was a collection of poems that I had written to these different men who impacted my life in some way, whether by lying to me or something of the sort. So that's the book.
Yes, so check it out, guys. Find it. It's on Amazon.
Yes.
I'm gonna hit the link below so we could find it easily. But check it out.
And you ask, how am I using it?
To serve others.
To serve others. Like, I write for people all the time.
Yeah.
Like in church, sometimes they'll ask me to do like these different poems and stuff.
Right.
And so I'd have to read the Bible and then understand what's saying to me, and then I write.
Right.
And I think I write like nice positive things that I share on my social media platform.
Oh, by the way, yes, like yesterday, sorry to cut you off, but yesterday I went on Instagram because I was taking a break from Instagram, busy, whatever. Went on Instagram and I saw you shared this post with your mom about the family room. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. I'm like, why can't I come up with things like that? Like, why? Like, it comes so natural to her. Like, what is this? It was amazing. And I'm like, look at that, like the family room, literally everything you wrote on that. I'm gonna put that post there, guys, so you guys could find the link. But like the family room will literally do everything in that family room. Like, and then you put that in your caption, and I'm like, this is beautiful writing.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. I loved it so much. Good job.
Thank you.
So you're serving us all with your writing. So this is good. I mean, you wrote for us too. So like for our wedding renewal, we had our wedding website, and then Cam wrote our love story.
Yeah. So, I've written wedding vows, and I've written more wedding vows than I can imagine.
What did I think? Why did I think of that so I can make you do that for me?
I've written so many wedding vows.
Girl, I was stressing so hard when I had to write my wedding vow. I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I supposed to write? And to the point that I literally had to play some love music. I played it really loud, and I started getting in the mood. I'm dancing. so I could get in the vibe, so I could get my words out. But I hope it was good.
They were beautiful. The vows were beautiful.
Yeah. So our next thing is, what is your biggest spiritual challenge you have faced?
Oh God, there's a time when I had stopped going to church.
Oh really?
I don't think anybody knew this.
Oh my goodness, how old that you were?
I was in my 20s.
Okay, so that's not a normal time. People normally would stop, I feel.
I had stopped going to church.
Right.
Because I think I just got tired. And I think I was at the point where I was praying, but it felt like God was not hearing me.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I'm like, if you care about me so much, why are you not doing this? And why are you not listening to me and stuff? So I stopped going to church, but nobody knew.
Oh my goodness.
Because I was just telling that I was tired.
Oh,
so I slept in on Saturdays. So it started with me going to church later and later. So I go to church for like an hour. And by the time I'm there, I fall asleep. And then I wake
you're not
up.
paying attention.
Right. And so for me, it was getting back from that.
Okay.
That place where I'm like, God's probably not answering your prayers the way you want, but He's waking you up.
Right.
Yeah, you have a job.
Right.
You have food on your table. So I started looking at the other things outside of what I wanted in the moment that I wasn't getting.
Right.
And I think surrounding yourself with good spiritual friends, that was
key.
That was key, yeah. And so little by little I started going back to church and stuff. And then I came to Canada. That was in Jamaica. And then I came to Canada, and tell us something, like transition, I think that we don't talk about it enough, but like when you transition as immigrants, it's tough when you have to transition from one place to another. I was depressed because I had left all my friends and all of that. I'm like, why would God bring me into all of this?
All of that,
And so it was really, really tough. And then I started I just started reading the Bible for myself. Right. And I grew up not wearing jewelry and stuff because we were told that it was not right. Yes. And so when I turned 30, I went and I pierced my ears. Right. And the the amount of ridicule that I got from people's messaging me, pastors messaging me, telling me I'm going to hell. What? All sorts of stuff.
No, Cam.
Eugenia, it was one, and I'm like, you know what? I'm convicted of this, and nobody's going to change my mind. And so that for me was tough because I'm like, I'm among a body of believers. Yeah. Oh, I have a different opinion about something that is not even biblical. It's tradition. Right. and you're going to treat me this way.
Right.
That was tough for me. But I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, you know, it's between me and God.
Right.
And so, yeah.
So like that's how I look at it too, because obviously because I grew up Catholic, for me jewelry is nothing. There's nothing wrong with jewelry. Like, what's the problem? So I remember when I was trying to get baptized, and then one of the things I was told is like, you can't wear so much jewelry, and I'm like, why? What's the reason? Can you show me in the Bible where you saying that you're not supposed to wear jewelry? And up to now, nobody has, because it's not in the Bible. It's just tradition, like Adventist tradition.
Yep.
So for me, I'm just like, no. Like, so I spoke to my husband because he grew up Adventist. I'm like, babe, do you have a problem with it? He's like, no, I love it. I'm like, thank the Lord, because the Bible speak about husbands and wives, and you have to listen to your husband. So so for me, I'm like, whoever else don't like it, guess what? Mama love it. So, you know, I'm gonna wear it. So, and I don't even wear it as much as I used to. You know, like, it's so weird, because it's like when you tell somebody don't do something, you literally tell them to do it.
Exactly.
So just don't tell them this, don't, like, you know, don't do these things. You know what I mean? So I just followed it and I did it, and we're fine now. You know what I mean? And I just wear my stuff. I'm good. You know.
Absolutely.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So Cam, your timer is going really well. You have 12 minutes and 35 seconds left.
Oh wow.
I know, it's going really good. I decided to put a piece of saran wrap on top instead of foil, so I could see exactly what's happening. I could see if I wanted to leave it longer. You know what I mean, guys? So as we're still going and the process is happening, we're waiting. In the meantime, we'll continue with our questions. So we only have 2 more questions, okay?
Okay.
I hope you guys don't miss us too much, but so one of the questions, my next question is, what are your spiritual next step?
Wow.
I know.
I think the ultimate aim is to get closer to God in terms of our one-on-one.
Yes.
And so I guess my spiritual next step would be to be more disciplined and diligent about it, because Lord, may I have no discipline.
I know, right?
Like, I think the older I get, the less disciplined I get.
Yeah.
And so I think just exercising some more discipline and ensuring that I do what I say I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to feel like too much work either.
Right.
So I want it to get to a place where it's just this natural thing where I will always want to talk to God. I always want to be in His presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
for me, I think it's the same thing too. It's like just getting closer to God, and then the discipline thing. Oh my goodness, we're really bad kids, eh? Well, we're like we out to order. Did I say that well? Did I say Jamaican accent well?
Go again.
We out to order.
Almost.
I did that so bad. But yeah, like for me, like that's really what it is. Like I don't know about you guys, but like sometimes I randomly talk to God. Okay, like I'll just be there. I have a client and something comes to mind, and I'll just be like, Lord Jesus, like you're really taking care of me, and I'll just start talking to Him. Like people say like praying, and then you go on your knees and you pray. Like I'm not that kind of prayer. Like sometimes when I go to church, or even when I'm like on Zoom calls and stuff, and I hear people praying, sometimes I really feel bad because I'm like, whoa, like I can't pray like that. Like, is that a bad thing?
No.
Like, I really pressure myself on that because I'm like, how come I can't pray like that? Like, how did these people learn how to pray like this?
You know, it's funny you said, sometimes we have this thing called prayer warriors.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate it.
You don't like it?
No, because I feel like it differentiates, like, oh, you can pray, but I can't pray. And at the end of the day, prayer is talking to God. So we are not all going to talk to God the same way. I don't close my eyes when I pray, because when I close my eyes, I feel like I get distracted more.
Right.
So my eyes are open. I'm not kneeling down and praying 99% of the times. I'm just walking and talking to God.
Right.
Because I feel like when we do that, we make God, like God is God and He's great on. But I feel like we make it seem like you have to assume a certain position in order for Him to hear you, and you have to repeat 10 Bible verses before you start praying, and 2 hymns before He answers you. And I'm like, no, because if I'm talking to you, and then people pray and they're like, Lord Jesus and Lord Jesus. If I'm talking to you and I'm like, Eugenia and you, you get tired of me, right?
So like, shut up already.
Exactly. So I want it to feel as natural as possible.
As possible.
So no, don't
I feel so good because I feel like that sometimes soon. I'm like, oh God, like how did these people learn how to pray like this? I don't know. But I just have a conversation with God. Like I will literally talk to him like I'm talking to my kids. Like a friend, you know what I mean? I'll just talk and have a conversation. I'm like, Lord Jesus, like just touch my kids right now. Like right now. Like I'll just have conversations like that. I'm like, wow, like look how well you've taken care of us so far, and I appreciate it. And whatever you have in store for us, I know you got this. So I'm looking forward to it. Like stuff like that. I see it and I'm like, I hope that's our prayers, because that's like for me that's my relationship, and I wanted to get closer and remember it, because then honestly sometimes I forget, you know.
Yeah.
Like I remember one of my friends, like because of this all COVID thing, one of my friends got COVID. And honestly, guys, I felt like it was my husband getting COVID. Like for me, like that made my relationship with God even stronger. And I'm sorry that he got COVID. I'm sorry like he went through a coma and he had to stay in a coma for like 2 years. Sorry, not 2 years, 2 months. But then I feel like with that, made my relationship even closer to God. Yeah. And mind you, like I was already close to God. I prayed to God and for my relationship and stuff like that. And I've seen God work in my life. Okay? Like I've seen it. But then for me, I'm like, wait a minute, I was already going away, pulling away, because you forget, life get busy, you forget. And then when that happened, I started getting closer to God, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I was praying every single day faithfully, because I'm praying for this guy, because I want him to get out of what he was going through. I felt sorry for his wife, sorry for his kids. Like I'm on there with them all the time, because I'm like, this is us. We gotta like get through this together, you know? So I just want to get stronger, and like I don't want to wait for something really bad to happen to be closer to God, and you know, I want to just continue doing it, not like once in a while, but just like do it as like, okay, I'm calling a friend every day, like just checking in, you know, I'm just checking in, making sure you're good, like we talk every day, you know, that kind of relationship. So I so agree.
And as you say that, just like for those of you who are listening, that God sees our intent more than anything else. Yeah. And the story, I think it was of David, where David was not perfect, but God saw that he kept trying. And so if you try and you feel like you're failing, know that God sees your heart and he knows your heart, and just keep trying, because you don't have to be perfect. Like he doesn't call us to be perfect.
Exactly.
He just asks us to do our best and try. So just keep trying.
Yeah, what she said. Okay. So my next question, my last question, I guess. It is, any advice you could give anyone out there trying to strengthen their faith or trying to get closer to God? I guess we've already accomplished this.
Yeah.
We literally just went through this whole thing.
Absolutely.
About it. So I guess, guys, just stay focused. Be strong. I know mental illness out there is a very strong thing, but just keep praying. Again, we spoke about journaling. We could try that, and then just get closer to God. And again, you don't need to be on your knees. You just talk to him like a regular person, and just stay focused and know that he got you. And when you pray for something, if you don't get it, just know that God has a better plan. It's okay, because your little idea, he has a bigger idea. You know what I mean?
Like sometimes you go to God and you ask God for $10. He's like, oh my God, you have no ambition, my child. I'm here wanting to give you $1 million, and all you're asking me for is $10. No, you're not getting $10. When you recognize that I have so much more faith, ask me for that and I'll give that to you.
Right.
And also, my final thing is, remember that this faith journey is not a competition.
Right.
So if that person over there is doing this and saying that, that's that person. Stay in your lane. Right. Build up your relationship with even parents. Like the parents and the children, they have different relationship with every child. Right? So remember that you're God's special child. Right. Develop your own special relationship with him. Exactly. And just do your thing.
Just be yourself. Yay. But so now that this is your timer is off, we're gonna rinse this off. We're gonna show you guys. We'll add the color, and you're gonna see her transformation. Are you excited? I'm excited. Oh my goodness! Guys, transformation time. So remember how Cam was like all dark, and now we got all the color in. How do you feel?
I'm excited. I actually really love it. I'm like, why did I not do this before?
Like, what are you waiting for? What were you waiting for the entire time? I'm gonna put some products in there, girls, so we could have some curls going and some popping pop. But then you could always like rod your hair, let it dry, and do some stuff with it.
I feel like, wait, what's the song? I don't remember who sang the song. Shine bright like a diamond.
I can't with her.
Feel bright.
Oh, you like it that much?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, so you see, you were scared for nothing.
Not at all.
Like, what are you scared about? You know what I mean? It looks so good, and your curls looks really nice though.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, guys. What do you guys think? Take a look at this. Tell us what you think. Comment below and let us know. But I'm loving this color.
I think I'm gonna keep it for a bit.
Yeah, it looks so good. You don't need to change it to black as you were worried. You're like, if I don't like it, I'm just gonna go black.
We're not going back. This is the one time when you go black and don't go back.
You're killing me. No, I love it. I love it so much. Oh my goodness, Cam.
Thanks.
Wow. It looks awesome.
Oh, I have curls dropping on my face.
Right? No, your curls look so good. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it so much. Guys, tell us what you think. No, I love this. This is awesome. Now I may have to go cut my hair too then.
You should.
Do something different.
I shall love your big hair. Nah.
Yeah, I know.
Big
It's
hair.
like so me, right? Oh, it looks so good. I cannot wait to see when you put some rods in there what would
I'm
happen.
gonna do that after the show today.
Yeah, it looks so good, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you're enjoying this video and you love this video, don't forget to share it with your friends, share it with your mom, family members, everybody. Let us know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button. Don't forget to like also and comment and let us know what you think. Do you like this transformation? Remember, Cam went black and then now from black she went brown, which is so nice. It goes really well with her complexion.
It
I love it. No, it's like so you.
It makes me feel bright and look bright.
Yeah.
Before I was like sister, remember I was telling you? Like church sister Cam, now I'm just Cam.
But it looks really good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my another video. Until next time. Bye.